It spoke of a table, a place to sit, a seat for fishers, a perfect fit. No more whispers, no more outside pleas, but a leading voice on the prairie seas. The value added, a phrase they learned. Our time had come, our rightful turn. Now we'll build a table, wide and grand, where commercial fishers take a stand. We'll talk of exports, of the food we make, the honest living from the Manitoba lake. No longer silenced, no longer pushed away. We'll shape the future, starting from today. This isn't a dream, it's a solid plan, to put the power in the fishing man's hand. The paper's words, they echoed clear, dispelling doubt and calming fear. A new framework for the harvest we bring, a new song for the fishery to sing. It's more than tourism, more than a show. It's about the future, watching our community grow. Now we'll build a table, wide and grand, where commercial fishers take a stand. We'll talk of exports, of the food we make, the honest living from the Manitoba lake. No longer silenced, no longer pushed away. We'll shape the future, starting from today. This isn't a dream, it's a solid plan, to put the power in the fishing man's hand. From the shores to the rivers, we'll unite as one. Every line in the water will get the job done. Together as partners, we'll weather the storm. Guided by hope, our spirits stay warm. This no longer silenced, no longer pushed away. We'll shape the future, starting from today. This isn't a dream, it's a solid plan, to put the power in the fishing man's hand. From the shores to the rivers, we'll unite as one. Every line in the water will get the job done. Together as partners, we'll weather the storm. Guided by hope, our spirits stay warm.
Manitoba-Wide Table Issues of Provincial Governance in Fisheries, Empowering Commercial Fisher Leadership for Sustainable Economic Growth. By Bill Buckels, Lake Winnipeg Commercial Fisher. Executive Summary. This white paper addresses the critical need for a cohesive and effective provincial governance framework for all Manitoba fisheries, with a particular emphasis on empowering commercial fishers as the primary leaders. While recreational and indigenous fisheries in Manitoba often operate under their own established governance structures, the commercial sector faces unique challenges arising from divergent and often conflicting interests that undermine its potential for sustainable economic contribution. This paper argues for the establishment of a Manitoba-Wide table, MWT, on fisheries governance, where commercial fishers take a leading role in shaping policies that recognize the significant value-added economic contributions of their harvest, providing a vital food source, driving export markets, and facilitating interprovincial trade. Contributions often overshadowed by less direct and broadly attributed tourism dollars. By prioritizing the expertise and economic impact of the commercial fishing industry within a globally informed framework, Manitoba can unlock its full potential for sustainable economic growth and food security.
The sun comes up on the lake's big bend, another long day with my only friend. The motor hums a steady beat while others sleep in their city street. We haul the nets in the morning chill, providing food, a steady thrill. But on the shore, another story's told of tourism dollars, shiny and gold. They see the boats, a painted scene, a backdrop for their perfect green machine. They talk of beauty of the angler's catch, but our livelihood is just a smaller patch. The rules are made by different men who don't know the feel of the net in their hand. We're a sideshow to their grander plan, just a fishing boat in a tourist land. The papers talk of economic gain from lodges and from pouring rain. They count the fish that get thrown back and every dollar on a scenic track. But our harvest feeds the hungry mouth from east to west and north to south. They see the scenery, they come for the view, but the heart of this place remains hidden and true. They see the boats, a painted scene, a backdrop for their perfect green machine. They talk of beauty of the angler's catch, but our livelihood is just a smaller patch. The rules are made by different men who don't know the feel of the net in their hand. We're a sideshow to their grander plan, just a fishing boat in a tourist land. You can praise the mountains, the river's so grand. With every snapshot taken, they don't understand the stories of hard work, of sweat and toil, while they sip their drinks on unyielding soil. Well, all we cast our nets with hope so wide, still the tourists all pass, their laughter their guide. So we wave as they glide by in their speedboats and gear, sipping on cocktails while we barely steer. But we know the fish, we know the sea. This life ain't just a scene, it's part of our plea. And little do they know how much we invest in every catch and in every quest. So as the sun sets on this little lake town, we'll keep our heads high, we won't let them drown. The world may come and go, but here we'll stand with the fish and the water will nurture this land. The tourist view, they'll never quite see the heart of our work and the soul of the sea.
Introduction. Manitoba's diverse fisheries landscape encompasses commercial, recreational, and indigenous sectors, each with distinct characteristics and contributions to the province. While governance mechanisms for recreational and indigenous fisheries are often well-defined and established, the commercial fishing sector in Manitoba frequently finds itself navigating a complex web of regulations and competing interests that can hinder its sustainability and economic viability. This paper posits that a more unified and effective provincial governance structure is essential, one that recognizes and empowers commercial fishers as leaders in shaping the future of the industry. We advocate for a Manitoba-Wide table, MWT, on fisheries governance where the proven expertise and substantial value-added economic contributions of the commercial catch in terms of food production, export revenue, and interprovincial trade are given due prominence, particularly when weighed against the often generalized and less directly attributable economic benefits cited under the umbrella of tourism. This approach will ensure that governance decisions are grounded in the tangible economic realities of the commercial sector and its potential for sustainable growth. The distinct governance landscape of Manitoba fisheries and the unique challenges facing the commercial sector. Manitoba's fisheries governance landscape is characterized by varying degrees of established structures across different sectors. Recreational fisheries, often managed through specific regulations, licensing frameworks, and engagement with recreational fishing organizations, providing a degree of self-governance and input. Indigenous fisheries, governed by constitutionally protected Aboriginal and treaty rights, often involving co-management agreements and consultation processes that recognize Indigenous sovereignty and traditional ecological knowledge. Commercial fisheries. While subject to provincial regulations and licensing, the commercial sector frequently experiences governance challenges stemming from a multitude of often conflicting interests. These can include environmental advocacy groups, recreational fishing lobbies, and tourism operators, whose perspectives, while important, may not always align with the sustainable harvesting and economic imperatives of the commercial industry. This constant negotiation and potential for decisions driven by non-commercial priorities can create instability and hinder the sector's ability to maximize its value-added economic contributions. The commercial fishing sector, unlike the others, is uniquely positioned to generate significant value-added economic benefits through direct food production, providing a vital source of protein for local, interprovincial, and international markets. Export revenue, contributing significantly to the provincial economy through the sale of high-quality fish products abroad. Interprovincial trade, supplying fish to other Canadian provinces, supporting food security and economic linkages. Job creation, sustaining livelihoods in fishing communities and related processing industries. These tangible economic contributions, directly linked to the harvest and sale of fish as a food product, stand in contrast to the more indirect and often difficult to quantify economic benefits attributed to tourism. While tourism is undoubtedly important, its connection to fisheries is often a broad generalization, encompassing various activities like angling, wildlife viewing, and general travel, making it a less precise and sometimes overstated justification against a thriving and sustainable commercial fishing industry focused on value-added outcomes. Empowering commercial fisher leadership within a Manitoba-wide table. To address the specific challenges facing the commercial fishing sector and to fully realize its value-added economic potential, a Manitoba-wide table, MWT, on fisheries governance must be established with commercial fishers at the forefront of leadership. This MWT should recognize commercial fisheries as a primary economic driver. The structure and mandate of the MWT should explicitly acknowledge the significant value-added economic contributions of the commercial fishing sector to Manitoba's economy through food production, export, and interprovincial trade. Ensure strong commercial fisher representation and leadership. Commercial fishers, with their deep understanding of the resource, markets, and sustainable harvesting practices, must hold key leadership positions within the MWT, including co-chairing roles and the leadership of relevant working groups. Establish working groups focused on commercial sector priorities. Dedicated working groups should address issues critical to the commercial fishing industry, such as sustainable quota management, market access, value-added processing, and the development of strategies to enhance its economic contributions. Promote evidence-based decision-making based on value-added economics. Governance decisions should be informed by a clear understanding of the economic impact of a commercial catch emphasizing its direct contributions to food security, export revenue, and job creation, rather than relying on broad generalizations about tourism. Facilitate dialogue and collaboration while prioritizing sustainable commercial harvesting. The MWT should provide a platform for dialogue among all stakeholders, but the primary focus should be on developing policies that support a sustainable and economically viable commercial fishing industry. Advocate for policies that support the value-added chain. The MWT should champion policies that enhance the entire value chain of the commercial fishery, from sustainable harvesting to processing, marketing, and distribution, maximizing economic benefits for the province. Recommendations. To ensure the commercial fishing sector can effectively contribute to Manitoba's economy and food security, we recommend the following. Establish a Manitoba-Wide table, MWT, on fisheries governance with commercial fishers in leading roles. The MWT structure must prioritize the active leadership and significant representation of commercial fishers. Develop a clear mandate for the MWT that emphasizes the value-added economic contributions of commercial fisheries. The MWT's objectives should explicitly recognize and promote the direct economic benefits of the commercial catch. Create dedicated working groups within the MWT focused on commercial fishing priorities. These groups should be led by commercial fishers and address key issues facing the sector. Implement decision-making processes that prioritize sustainable commercial harvesting and its economic benefits. Governance decisions should be based on evidence that considers the tangible economic contributions of the commercial fishery. Foster collaboration while maintaining a focus on the unique needs of the commercial sector. The MWT should facilitate dialogue among stakeholders while ensuring that the specific needs and economic potential of the commercial fishing industry are central to policy development. Invest in research and data collection to quantify the value-added economic impacts of commercial fisheries. Comprehensive data on the sector's contributions to food security, export revenue, and job creation is essential for informed decision-making. Conclusion. The establishment of a Manitoba-wide table on fisheries governance, with commercial fishers taking a clear leadership role and a strong emphasis on the value-added economic contributions of their harvest, is crucial for the sustainable growth and prosperity of Manitoba's fisheries. By recognizing the distinct governance landscape of different fisheries sectors and addressing the unique challenges faced by the commercial industry, Manitoba can move towards a more effective and economically rational management system. Prioritizing the tangible economic benefits of commercial fishing, providing food, driving exports, and supporting interprovincial trade over less direct and often overstated tourism arguments will ensure that this vital sector can reach its full potential as a key contributor to the provincial economy and food security for all Manitobans. References. In addition to the references listed in White Paper 1, Empowering Economic Drivers, Re-evaluating Representation in Lake Winnipeg Commercial Fishery Governance, the following may be relevant for this expanded scope. United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, Code of Conduct for Responsible Fisheries. Provides a comprehensive set of principles and standards for sustainable fisheries management. FAO Technical Guidelines for Responsible Fisheries. Offer detailed guidance on various aspects of fisheries management, including stakeholder participation and the ecosystem approach. Reports and publications on international best practices in fisheries governance. Explore case studies and analyses of successful fisheries governance models from around the world, emphasizing co-management and fisher involvement. Academic literature on co-management and participatory governance in natural resource management. Provides theoretical frameworks and empirical evidence on the benefits and challenges of involving stakeholders in decision-making. Indigenous fisheries governance frameworks and agreements in Canada and internationally. Examines models for Indigenous participation and leadership in fisheries management, respecting treaty rights and traditional knowledge. Manitoba Fisheries Act and Regulations. The current legal framework for fisheries management in the province. Reports and publications on the economic, social, and cultural significance of Manitoba fisheries. Provides context on the broader importance of the fisheries sector in the province. Research on the impacts of climate change and invasive species on Manitoba's aquatic ecosystems highlights the need for coordinated provincial strategies to address these challenges. Documentation and reports from existing fisheries advisory committees and stakeholder groups in Manitoba provides insights into current governance structures and opportunities for improvement. Studies on the integration of traditional ecological knowledge, TK, and scientific knowledge in fisheries management explores methods for effectively incorporating diverse knowledge systems.
The net's still pulled, the motor still hums, but the future we're building is for everyone. We're at the table, a voice so strong, righting the wrongs that went on for so long. We talk of quotas, markets and trade, every decision that's ever been made. We're leaders now in a working crew, building a system that's honest and new. The table is wide and we're sitting at the head. The real story of the fishery is being spread. Our value added, it's a proven fact, a thriving industry, not just an act. We're part of the team, no longer on the side. For the health of the lake, we'll be the guide. We're charting a course that is clear and bright, bringing the fishery into the light. The next generation, they'll see it all. A system that answers the right kind of call. It's about the harvest, the fish we sell, the vibrant story we're now able to tell. We're the stewards, the farmers of the lake, and this is the promise we all get to make. The table is wide and we're sitting at the head. The real story of the fishery is being spread. Our value added, it's a proven fact, a thriving industry, not just an act. We're part of the team, no longer on the side. For the health of the lake, we'll be the guide. We're charting a course that is clear and bright, bright, bringing the fishery into the light. The next generation, they'll see it all. A system that answers the right kind of call. It's about the harvest, the fish we sell, the vibrant story we're now able to tell. We're the stewards, the farmers of the lake, and this is the promise we all get to make. Nets were full, the boats were tied, but something deep deep inside it died. Our voices lost in a tangled fight between the tourists and our own ride. They spoke of value, a different kind, while we were fishing left behind. Oh, the table was wide, but we had no seat. Our livelihoods were just a bitter defeat. They saw the lake as a pretty view, not the protein, the food, the work we do. The rules were written by a different hand. A stranger to this water, a stranger to this land. We brought in the harvest, a working man's prize, but the system saw with different eyes. They talked of dollars, not what we fed. Our fishing futures hung by a thread. The regulation, a shifting sand, made it so hard to take a stand. The boats drift slow under a painted sky. Memories of laughter that long passed by. We dreamed of the days when the lake was ours, not just a backdrop for the tourist cars. The fisherman's legacy tangled in doubt, but we won't be silenced, we'll shout it out. The table was wide, but we had no seat. Our livelihoods were just a bitter defeat. They saw the lake as a pretty view, not the protein, the food, the work we do. The rules were written by a different hand. A stranger to this water, a stranger to this land. So gather round, friends, let's toast the night to the fishers who fought to keep dreams in sight. With a harmonica wailing and the sax in play, we'll sing of the struggle, come what may. Oh, the way it was, it lingers still in the hearts of those who dare to will. We'll keep on pushing for the truth to stand, for the fisherman's voice across the land. With every note played, let the world understand the way it was, united we stand. history shaped by those who are brave.
Side by side, we weather the storm. In this life we've chosen, we've found our form.
Oh, the table is wide and we've earned a seat. Our livelihoods now feel so complete. They see the lake for the food it gives, a true appreciation of how the commercial sector lives. The rules are written with a different hand, the fisher's voice now heard across the land.
The nets are full, the market's wait, charting a course toward a brighter fate. The value added is clear to see, our role in the future for all to be. The regulations now, they're built to last, rooted in knowledge from our own past.
From the shouts of joy to the silences deep, our legacy strong, it's ours to keep. On the fishing boats, with salt in the air, together we rise with love and care. Each cast a promise, each catch a dream. In the heart of the struggle, we hear the team. Oh, the table is wide and we've earned a seat. Our livelihoods now feel so complete. They see the lake for the food it gives, a true appreciation of how the commercial sector lives. The rules are written with a different hand, the fisher's voice now heard across the land. So raise your glass, let's toast tonight to the journey we've traveled, to the future bright. With laughter and love, our stories unfold. In every heart, the courage to be bold.
We're the heartbeat of the waters, the soul of the shore.
In unity we stand, forever we'll explore.
With our arms wide open, we'll take on the tide.
Together in this life, with you by my side. The table is set, let the story unfold. Together we rise, in this life we are bold. Shoulder